Hey, so I don't normally post premium content for free, but I just thought it was really important for me to share a part of my most recent update so you understand what I'm seeing and where I'm coming from. It'll be good for you because it is a perspective that's different than a lot of people are sharing. It's just a small part of what I have been sharing for updates for premium subscribers. It's just a little snippet. Maybe you can take it as food for thought. If you like it, please share the video. I'm not a huge YouTube guy. I don't post a lot of videos on YouTube in general. I don't do a lot of social media. The reason I have this video is because for premium subscribers to my newsletter, Crypto is Easy, I use YouTube as an easy way to post the videos that go along with the premium content, whether that's market updates or sometimes special content. But without further ado, here's just a snippet. It's a little bit of an update that I sent out earlier this week. I don't think it would be fair of me to share the whole update and all the summary and everything. That just wouldn't be fair to the premium subscribers. Just FYI, if you are on the premium plan, you got the full update, much longer update than what I'm sharing, than just the snippets now, as well as charts and commentary, a summary, information about my plan, some strategic aspects, and other stuff that's more of an enhancement. So this is just a little bit of info. It's all short. It's short term. It could change by next week. You just have to see. But I don't think a lot of people are looking at the market from this perspective, and maybe you should, because sometimes it's just way too easy to get wrapped up in this that you lose track of what's going on in the moment. So without further ado, we'll quick cut to the snippets of my most recent update. This chart looks very busy. It probably doesn't make a lot of sense. Just bear with me. There are some technical indicators that you want to know. And yeah, look, it's trading stuff. It's stuff designed for traders, but it's also helpful to inform us about what the market conditions are. If you're in the trade from February, look, you should have the trade alert from yesterday, maybe 2 days ago by the time you get this update. So there's nothing to do now, but if you didn't take the action in that trade alert, yeah, go ahead and do that as well. Now you can still take that action. Otherwise, don't feel like you need to sell. Of course, if you're in the position where you need more of your government's money and you don't have anything else is worth selling, sure, okay, sell some crypto. Market's up, things are a little elevated. There's still plenty of room to go up, but I want to go through this chart so that you understand just exactly where we are in more of a shorter term, like in terms of navigating just the ups and downs, looking at the circumstances and appreciating what you stand to gain as opposed to what you stand to lose. So I want you to look at this purple line here, this line at the top. That's the top of the Bollinger Bands, and the Bollinger Bands is a measure of volatility. And whenever Bitcoin's price gets near the top of these Bollinger Bands, it is considered to be elevated. Still plenty of room to move up. Never look at just one thing and make a conclusion. But that's elevated. It's also fairly high above this line here. I changed that line to orange. Hopefully you can see it better that way. And if you look at the Bitcoin's price right now, it's about almost 50% higher than this line, which is the 50 daily moving average on a 3-day chart. You can pick any moving average, but this is the one I chose. It's actually comparable to the 21-week moving average. It's close. Not exactly, but it's close enough. The 21-week moving average is considered the bull market support band. You know my thoughts about that, but just FYI. Still, we're looking at a 3-day chart. That's a 50 moving average. It's a 50% higher than the 3-day moving average. Well, when have we seen in the past that we've gone that high above that the Bitcoin's price has gone that high above the 50-day moving average? So I just put them on a chart. I put these arrows here. So when you zoom in, what happened? What happened after each of these times? Down, 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 up a little bit more than down, up a little bit more than down, down, up a little bit more than down, up a lot more, and here just down. So a lot of those times, I mean, if you timed it just right, I mean, you get an extra 25% out of the market. And other times it's been quite substantial, like here. This was, how much more did we get out of it here? Another 50% on top of that. And this time, I mean, it just went zoom. Now we know in hindsight that was because of shenanigans, but it zoomed and went crazy. It had like that parabolic run. Back here too, parabolic run right here. But the question is that when you want to be buying? But it's not just the Bollinger Bands. It's not just the price, right? Those are just two ways to measure how overheated the market is. And there's still plenty of room to run. Let's get away from price a little bit and let's look at some indicators. So right now this is the RSI, Relative Strength Index. So it measures the intensity of the move. And what do you see? Very high, too hot to handle. Where have we seen highs like this at this level? Right here actually matches up nicely with where we saw that moving average in the Bollinger Band right here. That's 2020, right at the end of 2020, which was not a good time to get in the market. Everybody who got in it after October or November 2020 was playing catch up. And then again in April, that was the peak. Here, right before everything went down. Got up a little bit more and then straight down. Here, very peak of 2017. Here, another smaller peak in 2017. Here, the smaller peak in 2016, and so on. You get the idea. So we only see these kind of readings on the RSI when the market's about to turn over. The MACD, what about the MACD? We're right here. This is a conglomeration of some different metrics. Somebody's going to point out, like specifically, this is not how you're supposed to read the MACD, but for our purposes, all we need to look at it, we're looking at extremes. We don't need that level of precision or accuracy. It's just looking at extremes, and the extreme is up here. When else have we seen that? This was the big peak in 2020, November 2020. You probably remember that. November 20, everything came cascading down. Earlier in 2021, another peak. 2017, right up there. The stochastic RSI. Anytime it's up here, that means this is a measure of momentum. Anytime it's up here, that means that the momentum is very strong. Well, what happened? We pulled back down. And yeah, we get a little bounce back here, but when you pull back down into this zone, that's when you need to be a little cautious. And this is just 5. I could keep going. But any one of these things, you see it, you're like, oh, whatever. 2 of those things, okay. 3 of those things, well, maybe I should pay 5, and I could go through more. And it does not even on the 3-day time frame, on longer time frames and shorter time frames too. So just be careful, because the technicals are telling you that you need to take it easy. So to be clear, I'm not saying that what we did right here, that's it, 44,000, 43,000, that's it, and we're just going to come back down. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you understand the circumstances, the idea that we're just starting this upswing that'll go on for who knows how long, there's really no evidence for that. And what you do see historically in these circumstances is that's not the case. The question is really whether or not just how much higher we go before this happens, right? Does it go up here? Does it go up here? Does it go up there? But either way, we know it's coming back. It can still go up. We'll go $1 million. It'll come back down. Or maybe we've already reached our limit at $45,000. You just have to consider whether the upside that you have left in the short run, not the long term. Long term, this will take care of you. This will take care of you. Long term. 14-year uptrend, no problem, no worries, long term. On chain, no problem. But in terms of navigating the ups and downs of the market, is now really where you want to go, balls to the wall and put tons of money in? There are other reasons that I cover in the updates for premium subscribers where I look at how the market changes, the dynamics change, the behaviors change, trends that emerge or that shift, and other things like that to help navigate the market and keep realistic expectations. If you sat through this video, hopefully there's something that resonates with you, and if you're not already subscribed to the CryptoZ's newsletter, please go ahead and do that, and I have a link to the newsletter in the description below, in the description that goes along with this video. Relax and enjoy the ride.